Sunday. I'm actually uploading this on Friday. I'm very excited to be back on schedule, and I am so excited about this foundation. I've been wanting to review it for the last couple weeks, but I really struggled trying to find the right shade, and I think I found it. I think it's a pretty decent shade. So the foundation that I'm talking about is the new one from Becca. This is the Skin Love Weightless Blur Foundation. I'm very excited about this foundation because I've heard it's just a skin-like type foundation. So this foundation was $44 for 1.23 ounces. The coverage on this is medium. The skin type is sensitive, normal, dry, combination, and oily skin. So it's for all skin types. And it's a natural finish. It's a weightless, medium, buildable coverage foundation with a velvety natural finish that mimics the look of smooth, healthy skin. So it's enriched with vitamin C to support the look of radiance. Ginger soothes the skin, and skin quenching blend of cold pressed avocado melon extracts maintains skin's natural moisture levels all day long for a very comfortable wear. It's infused with a glow nectar brightening complex, which is a blend of powerful actives and natural ingredients, helps brighten, hydrate, and soothe the skin over time to support that natural glow. So that's the information on the foundation. You can buy this at Ulta, you can buy this at Sephora. I actually went in to Ulta and tried to shade match, and as I explained in the tutorial, it didn't quite work out, but I think I did find the right shade. This is in the shade Bamboo. I think this is a pretty decent shade. While I'm reviewing this, I'm gonna let you guys know what I look for in a foundation. I'm almost 40, and I really don't like a super matte foundation. It doesn't look good on my skin as I've aged. I do like more of a natural, satiny type, dewy type finish. That's kind of the area that I like my finish to be. I do like a medium coverage, and I just need foundation to kind of glide over the skin and just look very beautiful and become my skin. I don't wear a lot of setting powders, so I really need my foundation to do the job. So I'm really excited to test out this foundation because it's kind of marketed as a skin-like foundation. So let's jump right into the tutorial, letting you guys know how I applied it and how I felt when I was applying it, and then later on I will come back for a midday check-in and come back later on this evening for my final thoughts. So I will see you guys in a little bit. Okay, let's get playing with this foundation. Now, I want to let you guys know that what I have on my face right now is the Bobbi Brown Vitamin Enriched Face Base. I have the Tatcha Silk Canvas, and then the Hollywood Flawless Filter from Charlotte Tilbury. I started wearing it around the beginning of August, and I cannot stop wearing it. I've worn it every day. I love the way it makes my skin look, and I'm obsessed. So there's that. I wear shade 5 in that as well. Okay, let's continue with this foundation. So I struggled so much with trying to find the right shade in this, and I went in, this is what's crazy, I went in to Ulta, I, tried to shade match myself, and I just could not get the right shade. And let me be clear, Sephora lights and Ulta lights, they are terrible. And it's very hard to find the right shade under those lights. Sometimes I have to take my flash on my camera and use it that way because it's so hard under those weird fluorescent lights. So I chose the shade Bamboo, and Bamboo is described as golden beige with neutral undertone. I'm gonna start out with 2 pumps. So that's 2 pumps right there. And it has this nice little like squeezy tube. A lot of the foundations are being made like this, and I don't mind it. So on this side of the face, I'm gonna blend it out with my Sigma Flat Kabuki brush, the F80. And then on this side of the face, I'm gonna blend it out with my Beauty Blender. I am gonna just kind of go into the product and kind of dab it all around. I'm gonna start blending this out. I've heard a lot of people love this foundation, so I'm excited to see, how it works. Okay, that didn't work very well. Like using a brush to kind of spread it all around, that never works for me. Like we all have our own techniques, and that didn't work. Okay, we'll say that's a really light layer. This is probably a foundation that you have to build up coverage, and that's a really, really light layer of the foundation. Now I'm gonna take this side of the Beauty Blender, and I'm just got some right here, and I'm gonna just start working this in. Something is breaking me out, and I don't know what it is, but you guys know, if you guys have been watching my channel, you know that I suffer from adult acne, and for the last several months I've had it really under control, but the last couple weeks I have just been breaking out. So I had this one. I still can't get that one to go away. And then I have these two coming. Like, I don't know what's the deal. I don't know if it's like a certain foundation that's causing it or a certain skincare product. So I'm really trying to dive in and trying to find out what the deal is. I do think this is a pretty decent shade match. It's a little bit on the yellow side, but I can totally make this work. But right away you can tell that the Beauty Blender looks much better, and I think it was obviously just because I was able to pack it on a little bit more than I was with a brush. And I think that's the reason why I'm getting better results on this side and more coverage. I am going to build up this side with a brush. I spent 3 hours yesterday reorganizing my makeup room, cleaning everything up. Like, you guys have no idea how messy it gets down here. Like, my beauty room can get super duper messy. It's like you really have to pack this on to get the decent coverage. It says it's a medium coverage, and I would definitely say that this is a light medium coverage. So if you were on the medium spectrum of the coverage, I would say it's on the lighter side. It's not a full medium. This is supposed to be a natural finish, and I would say it is pretty natural. The only thing that I'm getting, because I had to build up that coverage, it's getting a little bit on the makeup-y side. So I'm gonna take the butt end of my Elcie sponge and just pick up any extra product that's kind of laying on my skin. If you put your foundation on and you feel like it's too thick and you feel like it's a little bit too much on the makeup-y side, take a clean beauty sponge. I love this Elcie sponge. You can just take that sponge and just pick up any of that extra foundation that's kind of just sitting onto the face instead of kind of blending into the skin. That's how your foundation will start looking a little bit on the makeup-y side if it's sitting on top of your skin. So that's just a trick that I like to do. And with this, I could tell, you know, I had to use so much of the product to kind of build it up that it was just getting a little bit too thick. Now I do have a spot right here, so I'm going to try to build this up right along here. I wouldn't say that this is a good foundation for somebody who has problematic skin like I do. Like, I'm really struggling to try to get this to work. Okay, so I've brought you guys closer. I want you guys to see what this is looking like on my face, and it's really not blended out on my ear, is it? Yuck, I gotta fix that. Okay. It feels pretty good. It feels pretty lightweight. And I don't mind the feeling of this. Okay, let's go ahead and call the check-in time. It is currently 9:51 a.m., so it's almost 10 o'clock. So I'm gonna go about my day and wear this, and I think it looks pretty good. And you guys, it feels like it's set down. So it doesn't feel like it wants to move around a lot. It says it's a weightless foundation, and it does feel like it's pretty weightless. So I kind of like that, and I like how it just feels set down onto my skin, and I do think this is going to be a good shade. I'm going to go about my day, and I will be back probably around the 2-3 o'clock mark and let you guys know how this is working. And then I'll come back later on this evening for my final thoughts. So I will see you guys in a little bit. Okay, everyone, I am back. This is my first official check-in. It is almost 2 o'clock. I've only had the foundation on for about 4 hours. And I wanted to pop on here really quick because I do have to run some errands, and I probably won't be back till like 6. And I didn't know that I wanted to wait that long. So I wanted to pop on here and show you guys how this is looking only 4 hours in. But I don't think it's looking too bad. It kind of does have a brightening type look to it. It almost reminds me of the illuminating CC cream from It Cosmetics. It kind of reminds me of that. It's not to that extent. You know, like the CC cream, the illuminating one, is very, very pigmented, and I don't like it because that illuminating effect kind of lays funny over my texture. But this one has it on just a small scale. So I don't mind that. It's looking pretty good right now. I haven't lost a lot of coverage, but I am only 4 hours in. So this is what it's looking like up close. And you can still see my hyperpigmentation coming through up on the top, but I'm okay with that because, like I've said, I normally don't like to pack on a bunch of makeup to cover up my imperfections because I think I would rather my imperfections come through the skin than just pack on all this like makeup and just have my makeup look very makeup-y. I'm okay with it being like that. It's fine with me. But yeah, so far far, it's not looking too bad. It looks pretty good. I will also take some pictures out in the sunlight and also a flash test so you guys can see if this has any, you know, flashback and what it looks like in the natural lighting. But so far, this looks really good. Earlier, you know, I felt like it was set down, but now that it's been on for about 4 hours, I do feel like my oils are peeking through, but not to an extent of, you know, something major. And, you know, I only have normal skin and sometimes real dry in the winter. So I'm not an oily person anyway, but I think this is looking pretty good so far. I kind of like the way it's laying on my skin. So before I go, I wanted to let you guys know what makeup I'm wearing. I did something just really quick. I didn't have a lot of time today, so I brought out my ABH Soft Glam palette. I love this palette. And I went ahead and kind of built up the crease with the shade Burnt Orange and Sienna. And I basically just deepened it with Sienna a lot. I just put those two colors on and called it a day, you guys. I just didn't really have a lot of time. I did put the KKW Beauty highlighter in the inner corner. And then as far as my lashes, I'm wearing the Demi Pixies from Ardell. I really like these. They're very kind of fluttery and soft. They're not overwhelming, which I like that. And they're very, very comfortable. As far as my lip goes, I'm wearing the KKW Beauty Nude 2. Not a shock there. And I went ahead and put on this Peach 2 from the KKW Beauty line. So it kind of had that peachy shade. So I kind of popped that in there and just kind of rubbed it in. As far as my bronzer, I use the Hourglass Radiant Bronze Light. As far as the blush, it is the Natasha Denona Blush Duo. This one right here, okay, the little teeny one. I really like that. When I first used it, I didn't like it as much, but it's kind of grown on me and I'm liking it. As far as my highlighter goes, I'm wearing this one from the Makeup Revolution. I just reviewed this a couple weeks ago and I'm obsessed with this highlighter. I absolutely love it. And it's just a very soft kind of iridescent glow and I like it. I think it's a really, really pretty highlighter. That's it for makeup. I really didn't go overboard with makeup today. I just didn't really have the time. So that is what I have for you guys during this check-in. I'm going to come back later on this evening for my final full thoughts on this foundation. I know this is a quick kind of check-in, but I will definitely give you my full final thoughts later on this evening. So I will see you guys then. Hi everyone, I am back. It is 10:20 now, so right there. As you can see, I've had the foundation on for over 12 hours. We're about 20 minutes over 12 hours. I took a picture with the flash. I'm going to insert that picture right here. And then I also took a picture in the sun so you guys could see what this looks like. Okay, let's discuss this foundation. So I know I come on here a little bit early. At the time that I did my midday check-in, I'd only had it on for about four hours. Typically, I would have liked to have come on here and did a midday check-in right around maybe the 5, 6, 7 hour wear mark, but I wasn't able to do that because my daughter had a bunch of appointments for her homecoming dance this weekend. So I did come in here on the 4 hour mark and it looked pretty good at that 4 hour mark. Okay. But I would say around the 6 hour mark, everything started to just go bad and it like went bad quickly. So the first thing that I started noticing is I started getting this patchiness going on right around here. It was almost like the foundation was missing and I was like, oh, okay, so my foundation is gone. And it got patchier and patchier and patchier. And I want to say up front, I am not oily, okay? I don't have oily skin. I'm a normal to dry skin in the winter. Not super dry, but on the drier side. You know what I mean? I'm normal. Like, I don't have oily skin. And I feel like a grease ball right now. Like, I feel like I am just greasy. I don't normally feel like that. I didn't use any different primers. The foundation definitely made me feel greasy, and I don't like that feeling. I've lost all the coverage on my forehead. Like before, my hyperpigmentation was peeking through, and now it's like completely out to play, and it looks like I don't really have foundation on. This is like, I don't like this foundation at all, and I would say I liked it from the time I applied it till about that 5, 6 hour mark. And then it just went downhill from there. And if you are somebody that needs more coverage and you need your foundation to last more, then that 5, 6, 7 hour mark, this is not the foundation for you. Now, if you're on the dry side, like if you have dry skin, you might like this. I think the reason why it's getting patchy is because it's oily, and so it's just slipping and sliding all over my face. I don't like this feeling. I don't like the way it looks, and yeah, this is not a foundation that is good for me. By the way, I didn't show you what the box looks like earlier, so this is what the actual box looks like, and it looks like it shows you the color of the foundation right here on the front. So yeah, I mean, and it's a pretty decent match. So yeah, this is a pass for me. I'm kind of surprised by this because I didn't expect it to make me greasy, because it said it was for oily and combination skin. So I didn't expect this to make me so greasy, but I'm pretty greasy. So as you can see, it's really patchy, like right around this area. And then like right here is where I really noticed it starting to like kind of pull away, and especially around that like little pimple I have right here. Well, it's not little. Let's be honest, it's not little. But it's just, it looks really bad. It started looking this bad right around that 5 to 7 hour wear. So it's not like it's just because it's been on for 12 hours. No, it's not. It started looking bad and like really patchy. I mean, you can see it's patchy. See how I'm missing foundation like right here? I mean, you can just clearly see that the foundation is just completely broke apart. On a scale from 1 to 5, I would probably give this maybe a 2, maybe a 1.5 to 2. And I think the reason why I would give that is because I liked it for the first like 5 hours. I really liked how it looked on my skin. It looked really natural and it looked like skin. And then it just started to break down, and it's just not good, you guys. It's not good at all. I think I'm gonna try it with some different primers. So what I'm doing now on all of my Foundation Friday videos, whether I like the foundation or whether I don't, after I review something, I will continue to wear it throughout the week. And then next Friday, I will let you guys know at the end of that video, you know, how I'm feeling about it and if I was able to make it work, or, you know, if I liked it, if I still like it, that type of thing. So I'm going to continue to wear it, but right now it's just a no-go for me. As far as what I reviewed last weekend, which was the Natasha Denona foundation, which was just uploaded on Monday, so I was only able to wear that foundation 3 more days before I filmed and used this foundation. And so the 3 days that I wore it, I tried it with the Too Faced Hangover Primer, which is one that I really like. And then I also tried it the next day with the Marc Jacobs Coconut Primer. And I really got the same results from that foundation. It's not a really matte foundation, even though it says it's matte. For me, I would say it's more on a satin matte type finish, and it gets more natural as you wear it throughout the day. My opinion really hasn't changed on that foundation. I like the foundation, and I think in that review I gave it a 4. I would still give it a 4. Based on using it 3 more days, you know, so I've basically used it 4 days in a row, and I still like the foundation. It's not something I'm going to reach for because I do have foundations out there that I like just a little bit more, but I think when I want that little bit more of that satin finish, I will reach for that one because it is a nice one. But as far as this one, oh, it's just not good. So I'm going to keep trying to wear this. I'm going to try it with a different primer. I might try it with more of a mattifying primer. I only have a few of those. Today I used the Vitamin Rich Face Base, and this one is pretty hydrating. So I think I'm going to try applying it with something that's less hydrating and see how that works. So I will definitely keep you guys posted, but as far as wearing it today, it's just not good. And I am really excited to take this makeup off because it's not looking very good. So I hope you guys enjoyed this Foundation Friday. Don't forget to come right back here tomorrow because I am uploading another video. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you can be notified when I upload, which is every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and most Saturdays. Thank you guys for your support. It truly means a lot to me, and chit-chatting with you guys is amazing, and all the love that you guys gave me me on Wednesday's video when I shared the story about my son really meant a lot to me, you guys. And it just goes to show you that we are family, and we're a family of moms, and whether you're not a mom, you still sympathized with the fear that I had and how emotional I got. So I appreciate your guys' love and support. It really means a lot to me. I love you guys so much, and I hope you guys have a fantastic weekend filled with love, happiness, and joy. I love you guys so much. Bye!